Hey everyone, and a huge welcome to Tune In English, the podcast where we tune up your English skills with real, natural conversations. And I am so excited today because I have a very special guest with me, Annie. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Adam. I'm really happy to be here.
We're absolutely thrilled to have you. So today we're diving into a topic that's close to everyone's heart, friendship. We'll be having a casual chat just like native speakers do.
That's right. And we'll be using some super common idioms about friends. We'll explain them all later, so make sure to stick around till the end.
Definitely. And a quick tip, feel free to repeat after us to practice your pronunciation. If you're enjoying our vibe, please do hit that like button and subscribe for more. Welcome back to Tune in English, everyone. I'm here with my wonderful guest, Annie. Annie, we were just starting to talk about friendship. It seems simple, right?
It does, but it is also a very deep topic. Everyone wants good friends, but what does that actually mean to you, Adam?
For me, a true friend is someone who is there for you, no matter what, through good times and bad. They are your partner in crime.
A partner in crime. I love that. Yes, it is someone you can get into a little trouble with, but also someone who will help you fix it later.
Exactly. It is not always easy, though. Sometimes a real friend has to give you a reality check. They tell you the hard truth.
Oh, that is so important. And it can be difficult to hear, but you need someone who is honest, not someone who just says what you want to hear.
Yes, those people are not real friends. I think we have all had a friend who talked behind our back. That is the worst feeling. It feels like a betrayal.
It really does. That is the opposite of a true friend. A real friend is loyal. They have your back. They are in your corner, supporting you.
So loyalty and honesty, those are key, but also fun. You need to be able to let your hair down with them. Just relax and be silly.
Absolutely. I have a friend like that. We can be completely silly together. It doesn't matter. There is no judgment. It's a safe space.
A safe space is the perfect way to describe it. It's a person you can call at any time. You know they will answer. They are your ride or die person.
Ride or die. I love that phrase. It means they are with you until the end, through everything. That is a very strong bond.
It is. But it makes me think, these friendships do not just happen. You have to work at them. You have to make time for each other.
That is so true. Life gets busy. It's easy to lose touch with people. You have to make an effort. You have to check in.
Yes, a quick message can mean so much. It shows you are thinking of them. It's about the small things, not just the big moments.
The small things often matter the most. So a true friend is loyal, honest, fun, and effort. You both have to try.
I think we have a pretty good definition started, but I want to know more about making friends, especially as adults. It can be tough.
It really can be. That's a whole other conversation. Where do you even meet people?
Right? It's not like school anymore. We'll have to get into that next. This is a great start to improve English speaking and learn English idioms. But first, let's take a short break. We'll be right back with more on friendship on Tune In English. All right, everyone, now let's walk through those useful phrases from our first section. We'll explain what they mean and how we use them. Phrase 1, there for you, meaning to be available to support or help someone, especially during a difficult time. A true friend is someone who is there for you, no matter what. Phrase 2, partner in crime, a person who you do fun, mischievous, or adventurous things with. They are your partner in crime. Phrase 3, give you a reality check, to tell someone the truth about a situation, especially when their understanding is not realistic. A real friend has to give you a reality check. Phrase 4, talked behind my back, to discuss someone negatively when they are not present and cannot hear the conversation. We have all had a friend who talked behind our back. Phrase 5, in your corner, to be supportive of someone and on their side. They are in your corner, supporting you. Phrase 6, let your hair down. To relax and behave freely without worrying about what others think, you need to be able to let your hair down with them. Phrase 7. Ride or die. A person who is extremely loyal and will support you no matter what happens. They are your ride or die person. Phrase 8. Lose touch. To gradually stop communicating with someone so that you no longer know what is happening in their life. It is easy to lose touch with people. And we are back on Tune In English with my fantastic guest, Annie. We are talking all about the world of friendship. Annie, we agreed a true friend is loyal and honest, but how do you actually make those friends as an adult? It is not easy.
You are telling me it can feel really awkward. Unlike school, there is no built-in structure. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be brave.
Yes, you have to be open to new people. I have found some great friends at work. You see them every day. You get to know them slowly. Sometimes you just hit it off with someone immediately.
That is a great feeling, when you just click with someone. But what if you work from home, or your workplace is small? You need to find hobbies. Join a club or a class.
That is a great point. A sports team, a book club, a cooking class, any shared activity. It helps you break the ice naturally. You already have something in common to talk about.
Breaking the ice is the hardest part, the first conversation. But I think people are often friendlier than we expect. Most people are open to making a new friend. They are just also a little shy.
I think that is true. We are all in the same boat. So you meet someone, you have a nice chat. How do you go from acquaintance to friend? That is the next big step.
The transition. This is where you have to make the first move. Maybe you suggest getting coffee after the class, or you send them a message. You say, "Hey, I really enjoyed our talk."
That feels risky. What if they say no? What if they think you're weird?
But what if they say yes? You have to be a little brave. The worst they can say is no, and that is okay. Not everyone will become best friends. You're just looking for a connection.
That is a healthy way to see it. Not every person will be your best friend, and that's fine. So you make a plan, you meet for coffee, then what? How do you build that friendship?
Consistency is key. You cannot meet once and then disappear for 6 months. You have to nurture the relationship. Send a funny meme you think they would like. Remember their birthday. Check in on them.
It really is like a plant. You have to water it regularly, but it does not need to be a huge time commitment. Small things matter. A quick text can say, "I'm thinking of you."
Exactly. And listening is so important. Remembering the small details they tell you. It shows you truly care. You're not just going through the motions. You're genuinely interested.
I love that. It's about quality, not quantity. But Annie, what about old friends? The ones you have known for years. How do you keep in touch when life gets so busy?
That is a challenge. You might not talk for weeks, but with a true old friend, you can pick up right where you left off. It's like no time has passed at all, but you still have to make some effort.
A scheduled video call can help, or an annual trip together. You have to be intentional. It's easy to drift apart if you don't try.
It is, but the best friendships are worth the effort. They make our lives richer and happier. They're our support system.
They really are. But even the best friendships can have problems, right? Next, we should talk about navigating conflict. That's a big part of it too.
Oh yes, that's a crucial skill. Every friendship has its ups and downs. Learning to handle that is so important for improving English listening and English conversation skills.
For sure. Let's dive into that after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Now let's look at the phrases from our second section. Making friends. It's not as easy as it looks. Let's break down the idioms we used when talking about making friends. Phrase 1. Put yourself out there. Meaning, to make an effort to meet new people, often by doing things that feel socially risky or uncomfortable. Example, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be brave. Phrase 2. Get to know them. Meaning, to spend time with someone to learn more about their character and personality. Example, you get to know them slowly. Phrase 3. Hit it off. Meaning, to like someone and become friendly immediately after meeting them. Example, sometimes you just hit it off with someone immediately. Phrase 4. Break the ice. Meaning, to do or say something to make people feel more relaxed and comfortable at the beginning of a social event. Example, it helps you break the ice naturally. Phrase 5. Make the first move. Meaning, to be the first person to take action in a social situation. Example, you have to make the first move. Phrase 6. Become best friends. Meaning, to develop a very close, strong friendship with someone. Example, not everyone will become best friends. Phrase 7. Nurture the relationship. Meaning, to make a continuous effort to help a relationship grow and remain strong. Example, you have to nurture the relationship. Phrase 8. Going through the motions. Meaning, to do something because you have to, without any real interest or enthusiasm. Example, you are not just going through the motions. Phrase 9. Keep in touch. Meaning, to continue to communicate with someone, especially when you do not see them often. Example, how do you keep in touch when life gets so busy? Phrase 10. Pick up right where you left off. Meaning, to easily continue an activity or relationship after a long period without any change. Example, you can pick up right where you left off. Phrase 11. Drift apart. Meaning, to gradually become less close to someone. Example, it is easy to drift apart if you do not try.
Welcome back to Tune In English. I'm here with Annie, and we're getting into the real stuff now. Friendship isn't all fun and games, is it, Annie? Even the best friends get on each other's nerves sometimes.
They absolutely do. It's completely normal. You spend a lot of time with someone. You will eventually disagree. The key is how you handle it. You can't just sweep it under the rug.
Right. Ignoring a problem never works. It just makes things worse later. But having that tough conversation is hard. You don't want to rock the boat. You worry about hurting the friendship.
It's a scary feeling, but a strong friendship can handle honesty. It's about how you say it. You should use I feel statements. Don't just accuse them. That will only put them on the defensive.
That's great advice. So instead of you always cancel plans, you say, I feel disappointed when our plans change. It comes from a different place. It's not an attack.
Exactly. It's you sharing your feelings. That is much easier to hear. And you have to be a good listener, too. Hear their side of the story. Maybe there is a reason you didn't know about.
Because sometimes it's just a big misunderstanding. You jumped to a conclusion that was wrong. Talking it out clears the air. A good talk can strengthen your bond. It builds trust.
It really does. Getting through a fight can make you closer. It proves your friendship is strong. It can survive a disagreement. But what about a bigger problem? Like a friend who constantly lets you down?
That's tougher. If it happens once, you talk about it. But if it becomes a pattern, you have to think, is this friendship still good for me? Sometimes people grow apart. Their values change.
That is a sad but real part of life. Not every friendship is meant to last forever. Some are for a season.
It's okay to let it go if it's causing more pain than joy. It doesn't mean it wasn't important.
That's a healthy way to look at it. It's not a failure, it's just life. But it still hurts. On the other hand, some friendships last a lifetime. They survive distance and big changes.
Those are the special ones. The friends who become family. You know you can count on them, no matter what, even if you don't talk for months. The love is still there.
It's amazing when you have that. So we've talked about making friends, keeping them, and handling conflict. I feel like we've covered so much ground today, Annie.
Me too. It's been a wonderful conversation. Friendship is such a beautiful, complicated part of life. It's worth all the effort.
It really is. Thank you so much for sharing all your insights with us today on Tune In English.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
And thank you to our amazing audience for listening. We hope you learned some new idioms. We hope you feel motivated to practice your English speaking skills. Remember to use them in conversation.
Yes, keep practicing. Please let us know your thoughts on friendship in the comments. We love to read them.
And if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. It really helps us out. And subscribe to the channel for more English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing and keep connecting.
Finally, let's explore the phrases from our last section on navigating friendship. When friends disagree, navigating conflict. And for our final section, here are the explanations for those phrases about handling conflict. Phrase 1. Get on each other's nerves, meaning to annoy or irritate each other. Example, even the best friends get on each other's nerves sometimes. Phrase 2. Sweep it under the rug, meaning to hide a problem or try to forget about it instead of dealing with it. Example, you can't just sweep it under the rug. Phrase 3. Rock the boat, meaning to cause problems or disturb a situation that is otherwise stable and calm. Example, you don't want to rock the boat. Phrase 4. Put them on the defensive, meaning to say or do something that makes someone feel they need to justify or defend their actions. Example, that will only put them on the defensive. Phrase 5. Jumped to a conclusion, meaning to form an opinion or make a judgment before having all the necessary information. Example, you jumped to a conclusion that was wrong. Phrase 6. Strengthen your bond, meaning to make a relationship with someone stronger and closer. Example, a good talk can strengthen your bond. Phrase 7. Lets you down, meaning to disappoint someone by failing to do what you promised or what was expected. Example, a friend who constantly lets you down. Phrase 8. Grow apart, meaning to gradually become less close emotionally because your interests or lives change. Example, sometimes people grow apart. Phrase 9. Let it go, meaning to stop thinking or worrying about something, to emotionally release something or someone. Example, it's okay to let it go if it's causing more pain than joy. Phrase 10. Count on them, meaning to be able to depend on someone for help or support. Example, you know you can count on them no matter what.
We really hope you'll try using these friendship phrases this week. Don't be shy.
Absolutely. To help you practice, we have a free PDF for you. You can download it from the link below. It has the story and all the examples.
It's a great tool for your studies. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more.
And tell us in the comments, which phrase did you like the best? We love reading your answers.
Thanks for watching. We can't wait to see you in the next video. Keep learning.